besides the fact that the government shut down last night, people keep talking about how all of the people, the generals and admirals, were quiet yesterday during the speech. And that's indicative of how they feel about this. Listen, I might have just, what did I get up to? I think I got up, I don't know what I got up to. I was color guard commander, but I got past that. I might have got up to a major in ROTC, considering I might have just been in ROTC. I know a little bit about, like, ROTC is taught by real, like, army people. You get what I'm saying? It's a real army thing. So I got a little army in my blood. Just a little bit. Just about 2-3 years of it. Okay? So I thought, and the military can't really come out and say nothing for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Not for real, for real. Not under PA, except they can't. But I thought them being quiet was just a decorum. Like, that is just the soldier mentality, if that makes sense. Literally. Like, you will never go anywhere and hear a group of soldiers screaming and shouting, going, oh, woo, go ahead. You will never see that. That's not the decorum of a soldier, period. And I said you'll never go anywhere and find the army, like, hurrahing or being, like, excited. Not while they dressed in their class A's. You get what I'm saying? If they got on BDUs, if they're in a relaxed situation, but if they're in a formal situation, such as the president addressing them, that's the most formal situation that they probably could ever be in. They got their class A's on. They're not cutting up like that. Unless they have been, unless they're done for the day. You get what I'm saying? Unless they about to dress down. But other than that, in them class A's, they're not cutting up like that. But that's just my perspective. And it was some it was some people who say they vets that got on here. But you removed nobody, no soldier, like Donald Trump got up there and said, he was like, people spit on them and hit them and they don't do nothing. They're trained not to react. They're trained to literally be impartial. I literally, when it comes to I feel no ways, they genuinely don't feel no way. Not one way or the other. I am a robot. I don't think I do. But I do what I've been trained to do. And now PA trying to take the substantive training out of the military and just make them like crash dummies. But again, and that's one of the things I want to say. These people is generals and admirals. They didn't become, you don't become a general or admiral easily. You don't know how hard it is. Like he's talking, you don't know how hard it is to rank up. And I was just in ROTC. Ranking up ain't easy. It's physical, technical things like it. It's already merit-based. It's already merit-based. And I do want to say this, because I didn't say this. I am, like, the military has a standard. I saw a video of a girl who in the military, and she mad. She was like, regulation nails, hair in a bun. What the fuck? That's the rules. That's always been the rules. Why that? Like, and you know what? I'm not in the military, but because my first sarge was, and colonel. My first sarge and my colonel was, they did not play. I still make up my bed tight. You get what I'm saying? I still give myself a gig line when I wear button-down pants. You get what I'm saying? And when I button down shirts, my belt and my zipper is good. My socks, my shoes, like just the pristineness of it all. Like that is what bitch. If your shoes wouldn't shine in formation, you in trouble. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it should be. It should be like I'm not mad at him for. Like, and agreed again, like, y'all are the army. Y'all supposed to be army ready. Sorry. I agree with that. For the purpose he doing it, I don't agree with it. But as somebody who has a background, a military background, I hate, bro. I hate seeing y'all with these wigs and these lashes, because the reality is, in the unfortunately, in situations where they just call you in the middle of you doing whatever, you have to be ready to act. And some of y'all six, I can't say that, but I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at them upholding the standard of what's the standard. I don't know how soft the Army has gotten or not gotten, but when I was in like I said, when I was in ROTC, and that was just ROTC, that was just high school, that was just for play, which it wasn't. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know, y'all. I definitely think that the silence was not indicative of anything, because it's the Army. It's the Army. They can't emote. And on top of them not being able to emote, you behind enemy lines. And that's so funny. I got that tattooed on my arm. Nobody ever asked me about my tattoos. And I never tell anybody anything, but unless they ask. But they behind enemy lines. What you do? But a lot of people, it's so many things that people don't understand, and they speak from ignorant point of views. They're not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say if I'm a admiral or a general in the midst of the enemy. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna blend in. Fuck is you talking about? It's the Army. You gotta be smart to be in the Army. The ASVAB ain't no easy fucking test. Fuck is you talking about? So I just wanted to give y'all that perspective, because that's not indicative of anything. We're going to have to see what they do. That's the telltale sign. When he called them to go in, how they treat the people. But from what I seen in the, from what they did in Baltimore, what is it? Not Baltimore, Chicago, where they raided, bro. They raided a fucking, like, I guess they was in a Jix, and they raided a building, a apartment complex, and made everybody come outside, put them in handcuffs, and even if they weren't immigrants, if they had any type of warrants or anything, they got arrested. It's hot out here. Boy, today about to be spicy in the streets. I didn't mean for this to be the early morning news rant, but it is. We're here. I really wanted to talk about that Army thing, because I keep seeing that, and I need y'all, like, y'all don't get into the mind of these people. Like, you're not in it. It's the Army is definitely not a spectator sport. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's no way you could look, and that's the purpose. You should never be able, as a soldier, to look at me and tell what I'm about to do next. Never. Because if you can, then I'm not a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Feel what I'm hearing? Get what I'm saying? What I'm getting what I'm saying. Just think of it like that. So we don't know. And it was, and I will say, I did hear some nut buckets, and everybody like they was obligated to clap. He can't fire all of them. But again, they probably had a little call with each other before they got there. And again, we're going into enemy territory, because you got to understand, they don't see party. They protect America. And this, fortunately or unfortunately, this not 1930s. And so everybody say, why not, if it's not 1930s, why 1930s shaped? It's not really shaped like it. You get what I'm saying? It's cool. We got some pushback. He trying to, but this ain't that. Oh, and the last thing I want to say before I go, I saw somebody say, oh, and this was the most unintelligent comment I ever seen. They was like, in regards to what's going on and the Army coming to whatever city, a city near you, that was like, YNs, this your time to shine. YNs is not. YNs, this your time to get in the house, lock up. This is the time for you to let your friends call your pussy. Because what happens to pussies? They get popped. You understand what I'm saying? You ever heard pop that coochie? Listen. That joke ain't come out right, but you get what the fuck I'm trying to say. You pussy, whatever. You're trying not to get popped. That's your goal. Pussies get popped, and so because they get popped, take your stupid ass in the house, because they going to call you pussy when you take your ass in the house, but it don't matter, because this, I understand, this not your fight. Not this one. You let them other people do this. You didn't do this. You take your silly ass in the house and don't